Miss Ivory? Okay. I was calling attendance. I apologize. You're still on mute.
She put a thumb up.
Okay, thumb up. Got it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Present.
There we go. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Ms. Hoff?
Present.
Ms. Cook Henry?
Present.
Mr. Callahan?
Here.
Ms. Boykins is absent. And Ms. Hopkins?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I received no comments or announcements by the board president. We'll move on to Superintendent's report. Dr. Becoats?
Good evening, everyone. I will be sharing a few items for tonight. You should see on the screen a document entitled Superintendent's Update.
It was there.
Can we also make sure that this item, that the link to this update is provided in the chat, please? Ms. Agnew, can we make sure that the link is provided in the chat?
It's in the, I put it in the chat.
All right, we don't see the presentation on the screen. If you could provide so that the members of the public and the board can see the
I actually
document.
do.
All right, if you're on Zoom, but if you're sitting in the room,
got it,
you
got
don't
it,
see
got
it.
it.
So I'm going to wait a moment to see if that, the members of our public, I do appreciate you joining us this evening, our 5 attendees. So tonight we do have COVID updates and some announcements. In reference to our COVID updates, I'm pleased to share with you that we as a county are still in the medium range. We're not in high transmission. Right now, our county is experiencing about 851 cases, and our percentage change rate in the last 7 days has been a negative 4.17. And so the numbers are going in the right direction. The other item that I would like to share with you is that in reference to the number of cases, we've had 1 positive case in the district. And that was reported by a staff person for our summer enrichment programs. As you all know, we are still encouraging the wearing of masks, and the board does reserve the right to make modifications to that actual item. As far as our announcements are concerned, the school funding lawsuit update. I wanted to let you all know that tomorrow, July the 26th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. in the Commonwealth Court, legal arguments will be presented detailing why we should win the case based on the law. Our attorneys hope to convince the judge to evaluate the current funding system, and the opposing counsel will have a chance to respond. The proceedings will be live streamed. I will be in attendance in Harrisburg. The attorneys have asked for all of the superintendents to be there so that we can continue to show support of this particular case. Wanted to let all of you know that for our summer enrichment program, we are serving about 650 students in the regular programs, if you will, K through 8. We have 156 students who are enrolled in credit recovery, and 225 students are enrolled in the ESY program, which is for special education students. Our free summer meals program continue through July the 28th. And we are providing free breakfast and lunch for children ages all the way up to 18 and under. It will continue Monday through Thursday, and you'll see that we're doing that at Evans and Penwood Middle School. Just as a reminder, we are operating on a modified summer schedule. That will continue through next Friday, August the 5th. I do want to add a special note. We have confirmed today, or I confirmed today, that Chromebooks have been cleaned, repaired, and already returned to school buildings for the schools that do not have summer programs, and for those schools that do, I believe it's 3 of those schools, their Chromebooks will be returned probably within about a week to 2 weeks. So I'm pleased with the progress that we've made in reference to Chromebooks. As most of you know, we did have some opportunities and challenges last year, but we've learned from them and we're moving forward. The last thing I just wanted to share with everyone is, there are several dates that I would like for people to just mark their calendars. On August 25th and 26th, we have new teacher orientation. August the 29th through September the 1st will be teacher professional development. September the 7th is the first day of school for students in grades 1 through 12. We look forward to seeing everybody on September the 7th. It's sort of hard to believe that we've already gotten through the summer almost. Kindergarten orientation is September the 7th and 8th. And the first full day of school for kindergarten students is September the 9th. Effective August the 1st, we will have all information about school supplies, dress code, school hours, registration, and more up on our williampennsd.org/reopening 2022 link and website. That concludes my update for tonight, and board members, I will address any questions that you may have at this time. Thank you, Madam Vice President.
I'll entertain now a motion to approve the agenda for this evening, July 25th, 2022.
So moved. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll also entertain the motion to accept the business meeting minutes of June 27, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and properly second. All those in favor?
No, on this one,
Remarks by, sorry.
you have to ask for any comments or corrections.
I apologize. Any comments or corrections to the business meeting of June 27? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Apologize. We have no student representatives and there are no special awards. Are there any public comments regarding the agenda items? Any public comments? Anything on this?
No, I don't see anything.
Okay, seeing there's none, any communications, Mr. Cook?
No, ma'am.
See that, David?
We'll start with the committee reports. Community relations with Ms. Richardson.
Good evening, Community Relations Committee agenda. A1 school reopening 2022-23. As Dr. Bicosa just said, on September the 7th, we will be having school opening. I'm sure kids are ready to get back. They will be so happy, I'm sure. Kindergarten orientation will take place on September the 7th and 8th. So your stakeholders are encouraged to visit the website for the updates regarding reopening schools. The revised 2008 the revised 2022-23 school calendar. The school calendar has been revised to include 6 half-day Wednesdays on the 3rd Wednesday of the months of October, November, January of 23, February 23, March 2023, and May 2023. The school hours are listed there, so they haven't changed. A3 is your mandatory 9th grade residency verification. Parents and guardians of students scheduled to begin 9th grade in the Williamson School District in September must complete the 9th grade residency verification process before the start of school. That process should have been completed by today. Monday, July the 25th, 2022. Students who have not had their residential verification will be withdrawn from the William Penn School District. So you can contact the registration department at 610-285-8005, extension 1234. A4, registrations for the 2022-23 school year. The entire registration is remote, and the parents are not required to come to the office to register their child for school. Although they're not required to come in, they can get help. You can contact the registration office at 610-284-8005, extension 1234. And there's a list of requirements for your documents that you need to bring in. A5, it's registration for the SAT and ACT exams. They're fast approaching. Students who want to take these exams on August 27th and August the 1st, 2022 should visit the College Board website. The registration deadlines are July the 29th, 2022 and September the 2nd, 2022 respectively. Visit the College Board websites for complete testing schedule, registration details, and more information about the testing. That completes mine.
Are there any questions? Next, Education Committee agenda. Mrs. Valerie Cookman.
Good evening, everyone. The Education Committee agenda for this evening have 3 motions. And the first is for the school year 2022 to 2023. And it's our health and safety plan. And the motion will be for the approval of the required American Resource Plan for the year. And the motion is to approve the William Penn School District Health and Safety Plan for the 2022-23 school year as described above. B2, school year 2022-23 emergency instructional time form. And this time form is for the approval of the required emergency instructional time as required. And the motion reads to approve the William Penn School District school year 2022 to 2023 emergency instructional time form as described above. Lastly, B3, release and settlement agreement. And it is a settlement agreement has been negotiated between the William Penn School District and the parent of student 07-222-026-1222. And the motion is to approve the terms of the release and settlement agreement negotiated between the William Penn School District and the above said parent. That concludes my report.
Any questions? Oh, no, it has to be second. Second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and properly second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Personnel Committee agenda, Ms. Ivory?
Good evening. Superintendent recommends the following personnel actions. C1, retirement, Dana Moody, instructional assistant at Penwood Middle School. Ms. Moody has been with the district since April 24th, 2007. Her retirement was effective June 14th, 2022. And again, I would like to thank Ms. Moody for her many years of service to the district and wish her many years of enjoyment during her retirement. C2, resignations. C3, appointments. C4, reclassification. C5, changes in assignment. D6, leaves of absence. D7, miscellaneous appointments. D8, tenure award. And I'll read that. The following professional staff qualifies for tenure after completion of 3 years of satisfactory employment under a temporary professional contract and is eligible to receive a professional contract. And this goes to Christina Kimmerer McNally at Penwood Middle School. D9, modifications to previously approved items. And that concludes my report.
Any questions?
I'll second first.
Oh, that's right, you're right. It's been moved, do I have
Second.
someone for second?
Second.
Any questions?
Thank you. Just a comment, Mr. Moody has not only been an IA, but he has been responsible for the backdrops for all the middle school plays. He is an amazing artist. I want to wish him well in his retirement. And I hope he still does plays.
Anyone else? Okay. Property committee.
No,
You
no,
vote.
call the
You
vote.
vote.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I apologize. Okay. Property committee, Mr. Tong?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Property Committee, we have D1, environmental testing at East Lansdowne, William B. Elvins Elementary School, and Kerr Field. Motion is to approve Environmental Control Systems Incorporated to provide environmental testing and documentation as indicated above. D2, construction cost estimation services for East Lansdowne and William B. Evans Elementary School. The motion is to award construction cost estimation services at East Lansdowne and William B. Evans Elementary Schools to Becker and Frondorf at the following cost. East Lansdowne Elementary School, $6,000. William B. Elementary School, $7,200. William B. Evans Gym, 8,000 square feet, $3,800. If required, additional costs would be included, will include certain clerical, courier, and travel expenses, plus meeting attendance. D3, civil engineering, design, and documentation services for William B. Evans Elementary School gym. Motion is to award civil engineering, design, and documentation services for the William B. Evans Elementary School gymnasium, addition to K&W Design Environmentals at a cost of $89,940. D4, development of Kerr Field. Motion is to award the work for the development of Kerr Field as indicated above to Mid-Atlantic Sports Construction. This contractor is a member of TIPS, the Inter-Local Purchasing System. That concludes my report.
Second?
Second. Thank you.
Anybody move?
He moved it.
Oh, you move?
Any questions?
Yes,
Are
I just
we-
have a question. I do have a question. I just wanted to follow up. How many of the contractors that are here were included in are minority? I didn't see that in the report, and it might have been an oversight on my part.
The question was how many of these contractors are minority owned?
Yes. That was
Is it
something.
minority owned, or are they going to work with?
No, that was something that was brought up in the last meeting that we were all a part of, making sure that there was an inclusion of minority-based contractors and companies. And I didn't see anything.
So the regarding Kerr Field, where the construction costs are, that would be where we were discussing. The others are services that we are providing. Is that where you're talking about, or?
The companies, yes, the companies that we're approving. How many of the companies that we're using are minority owned?
I don't think any of them are minority owned, but they have all agreed to incorporate minority and local contractors within the work scope of their work.
Is that in writing?
D1 is.
D1 is, I'm sorry. D1 is
Okay.
minority owned.
Okay, thank you.
Ms.
May,
Hall.
may we, see the, contract for Mid-Atlantic Sports at this time, since it's been approved?
No, we're approving it now.
Right, after it's been approved, may we see, may the school board see? I mean, it's a public document.
I don't think the contract has.
I don't think it has
I
been,
haven't seen the contract yet, but yes.
Okay.
Short answer to your question is when I review it, I'll make sure the board gets a copy.
Great, and what was the cost in the successful bid?
there's no cost as of yet, that is to be determined. Remember, 'cause that's what they're,
Oh, because of the star.
correct.
Got it, thank you.
And then I have a question. Are we able to see, those responses to the questions that were given
Sure,
to?
Yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to see those responses.
I would like to add some of the, we had 3 contractors. At the meeting, I was surprised that they all agreed to try to hire them from our community. And some of them said they would contact me personally because I had experience and I had to put a committee together and that we can make that happen. And Dr. Beaver was supposed to have a plan for contractors, and I also have one to make it happen. So we do have to be aggressive. I do like the idea that we should have it in writing. I agree with that. Because we've been down this road before, people agreed, and it didn't happen. So I like the idea about writing, so we're gonna stay on top of it. And I think we're supposed to be meeting Thursday about what policy.
Thursday, 5:30.
Yes. Right, yeah, 'cause I got 2 places to be, so I really appreciate that we're gonna stand on top of this and make this happen, because I just don't think that we should just only be excited about Curve Field without having participation from the community, and that includes 6 boroughs. And that we move forward, and they're also receptive about, when I kept making a recommendation about joint venture, whereas an individual can join with a contractor and also wind up in that proposal, then hopefully they'll be able to go out and bid on their own, and next time we have it, they'll be qualified to move forward. So they definitely thought that was a good idea.
Okay, no more questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Budget, Committee, Jennifer Hopkins.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hopkins. E1, Treasurer's Report. E2, List of Bills. Simple this month. And second, someone.
Second.
There is a motion, yes. Okay. Any questions?
I second.
That was, Mr. Tom. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
There's no policy committee meeting, we are on summer vacation. We will resume the policy, committee meetings in September. Solicitors report.
Just to report that prior to tonight's meeting, there was an executive session to discuss a property matter as well as a litigation matter.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. Old business, Mr. Khan?
No, ma'am.
New business, Mr. Khan?
No, ma'am.
Okay, reports, Delaware County Community College, Mr. Wright.
We got it that quickly?
Yes, we did.
All right, thank you. Dual or guaranteed admission transfer partners, Albright College, Acadia University, Cabrini University, Chestnut Hill College, Cheney University, Delaware Valley University, Drexel University, Eastern University, Green Mercer University, Immaculata University, LaSalle University, and Lincoln University. Newman University, Pierce College, Pennsylvania College of Arts and Design, Rosemont College, St. Joe University, Temple University, University of the Science, Villanova University, part-time studies, Westchester University, Widener University, and Wilmington University. The annual tuition comparison, the future has never been so affordable. Sponsoring community, which we are one, is for Delaware County Community College would be $3,000. If you're non-sponsor, it'd be $6,000. Westchester would be $7,616. Penn State Brandywine, $13,980. $80. Temple University, $16,080. Hartman College, $26,000. Immaculata University, $26,900. Newman University, $31,500. Winder University, and Mr. Tom would like to listen to this one, $47,770. And Villanova University, $56,730. That will conclude my report.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
You're welcome.
Delaware County Intermediate Unit, Joanna Hopkins, no report, because there was no meeting. Moving right along, Delaware County Legislative Council, Ms. Howe.
We have a budget, so yay. This year was the most generous budget in the history. And I will not be in the courtroom tomorrow, but outside with Paul and Children's First for the court case. I'm excited to be there. I'm excited for this to move into its last steps. And Legislative Council will start back up September 14th.
And I'm glad to hear that Mr. Vandy is still working on our behalf.
Yes, he is. He is.
Okay, is there any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items? Non-agenda items, and please note that each comment is only granted 3 minutes, and the clock will run when you begin. Hold on just a second, please. Any comments from our citizens on Zoom? Nothing? Okay. I'm sorry, I need you to introduce yourself and what town you're from.
I'm Omar Hunter from Yaden, assistant track coach, volunteer, and 2 grandkids in the school. What I really would like to know is, do we have any idea of how many students who live in the district attend parochial school, private school, even charter school?
Mr. Cuff has a roundabout number, right?
We have a rough estimate on charter school. I'm not sure on the parochial number. We had to research that. We'll research that and see if we can come up with that number.
And would you just be kind and give Mr. Cuff your communication so he can give you that information?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
But we do provide transportation to about 1,000 students, correct?
We do provide transportation to non-public students, but there may be walkers as well,
Right,
so that
correct,
wouldn't actually be,
correct.
I couldn't use that number, but
Right.
we'll see what we can find for you. Thank you.
And, sir, did you
My
say
name
you
is
have?
Isaac Dotson, Borough Manager for Yaden. If I ask a policy question, is that an agenda item?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The non-agenda, the issue would be yes, but it's fine.
I have 2 questions. My first question is the policy for minority hiring a defined
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I don't mean to cut you off. Can you go to the mic so it can be recorded, please? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. I can just simply speak?
Yes.
We don't
Yes,
have this-
uh-huh.
we don't have this technology in our.
The green light is on, you're fine.
You're fine.
It's on, thank you very much. But my initial question is, does the William Penn School District have a defined policy for minority hiring, meaning one based on race, one based on gender? And in that policy, is it a far-reaching policy, meaning are you recruiting contractors, both again, based on race and gender from other regions other than Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware? The highest number of African Americans are located in the South. So in your search for minority contractors, how far-reaching is your attempt to bring in contractors to help in Kerrfield and in the endeavor for $125 million?
Now, you started off saying, and I just want to be clear, you
Yes.
started off saying hiring for the district. Are you talking about the teachers and the staff?
No, I'm
Or are you
talking
talking about
about-
this contract with the construction?
The latter.
Okay, thank you.
And the question is defined policies.
You want to answer that?
We don't have policy.
Yeah, we don't have a policy, right?
You do not have a defined policy?
No, and there are some, not some, there are legal limits because of the bidding requirements in the school code and the public procurement code.
Okay.
Outreach is something that the school district has been exploring, but it hasn't been reduced. You know, recruitment and
Right.
outreach, the
Right.
district has been exploring, but it hasn't been reduced to a formal policy yet.
Okay, so having said that, are you, as an addendum to my question, will you attempt to do outreach in geographical areas other than Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware, knowing full well that a lot of the minority contractors are not located in these particular areas?
We will be doing outreach as a part of the long-range school facilities master plan process.
Yes, sir.
As a part of our communication plan, in the month of September, we will be working toward putting something together as a way of communicating to our larger community and to the public what may be available. So there are discussions underway now, and it will be more of a how-to, how do you get involved, et cetera.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. My second question is refinancing or financing or money from Representatives Zabel and Kearney. Any 18% increase in funding for the William Penn District as it relates to local tax property increases. Another way of asking the question is, how does it impact the residents within the 6 boroughs when it comes to property tax? How much money is involved? And will it affect us in the year 2022?
May I answer? From budget. So, we received the good news about our budget after our budget was closed by law. So, Dr. Bicos will be putting the monies in our fund balance, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And moving forward. So it will have no net effect to taxpayers for the year 2022, simply because their budget was late and we're not allowed to open our budget up again.
So just to be clear, did you say there will not be an impact for tax increases in the fiscal year 2022? Or did you say that the money that has been appropriated will go into the fund balance for 2023?
It'll go into the fund balance now, so that's
Okay.
2022.
Right.
And there will be no change to the tax increase that was stated before June 30th, because we can't.
So there is a tax increase for 2022, but because we have this new allotment of money, it will have no impact on the tax increases for 2022.
Correct, it was
And what is the tax increase for 2022 in millage?
on June 27th, we did a 2.75 increase.
Thank you for your time.
Jeff, all correct?
Correct.
Are there any other questions from citizens regarding non-agenda items?
Oh, this is for non-agenda?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought that was at the end, I'm sorry.
It is at the, we're at the end.
No, you're at the end already?
We need you to step to the
And if
podium,
you
please.
want to speak, please. And identify yourself and your town, and the clock is running at 3 minutes when you begin.
Jim Burrows, 194 West Essex, Lansdowne. Where is the camera here?
There's
Is that
a
it?
couple.
Okay.
There are a couple.
This is my property taxes. It's that time of year, so I want to make sure I deliver them to Mr. Cliff, because we don't want to lose the checks. I do this every year.
I know, I know.
We remember.
Also, so we are going to have a 2.7% increase. Is that what I heard?
2.75.
Yes.
2.75 on the millage, okay. All right. One more question. Is there any change in your status to make payments for taxes electronic? So I don't have to keep coming down here.
Currently, right now, there is not. We actually switched lock boxes this year. So that is one option that we're going to explore next year because we switched this year. I did not want to make that option available right now because it's a new company. We want to make sure that we get the kinks ironed out with the new lockbox. That is something we're going to explore for future periods.
Right, your kink in lock boxes cost me $700. And, you know, you guys refused to give that money back even though you guys lost my check. So that's why I'm interested in when we're gonna do it electronic, so I don't have to do this dance up here. So are you gonna notify taxpayers? Is there a way that I can get updated on this through your website, some portal?
Once we make that move, it will be an announcement once we go to that, platform.
Okay. All right, very good, thank you. You have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Way under 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna announce this 3 times. Any more comments regarding citizens regarding non-agenda items? All right, moving on.
Well, would that include me?
I beg pardon?
Would that include me for comment?
Go ahead, Ms. with this one.
I just want to say, we passed our budget, thank goodness. And I just want to say kudos to the administration, first of all, to our finance chairperson who started these meetings beginning like in January. And I want to just thank the leadership, Dr. Bikos and Mr. Cuff, because when we went into the budget, as you know, we didn't have figures as to what the state was going to grant us, but we went in anyway, and it worked out. So I just want to say also thanks to State Representative Joanna McClinton, Senator Anthony Williams, Senator Kearney, and I'm sure there's more that helped us with this, because we didn't sit here like till 10, 11 o'clock at night going over budget. But thanks to all who helped us get this budget passed. You deserve it. You deserve a pat on the back. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson.
Mayor, may I ask just one other question to follow up?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cuff.
Again, can you go to the podium, please?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Mr. Cuff, can you help me understand in general terms, because a lot of times I'm watching your meetings and I've experienced this in my past as a president of the council, what is the equivalent of 2.75 millage in terms of dollars and translated to the average resident so they would know what the average increase would look like on their bill?
I had a document in front of me. I believe it was a slightly over, assuming the average assessed value of $125,000 for a house.
Yes, sir.
It was approximately $102, I believe.
Okay.
On $175,000.
On a $125,000 house. And if you were enrolled in the homestead reduction increase this year was about $111 or $114. So if you were enrolled in that program,
Yes, sir.
you actually it actually was not an increase. And some properties that were valued less than 125 assessed value probably saw a decrease in their tax bills.
So you would honestly describe this as a win for a lot of our residents and slight
For some.
For some.
Yes.
And a tax increase for others, which is
Correct.
right.
That's actually right. But, okay. That math isn't right, especially if you're in the homestead that you're reaching. It's still a tax.
Thank you for my
Thank
question
you.
and your answers.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is announcement of future meetings. Please note, committee meetings of the whole and business meetings will be conducted in person in the admin building boardroom and also via Zoom. All other meetings will be conducted via Zoom only. There'll be no committee meeting of the whole in August, and our next business meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held 6:30, Monday, August 22nd, right here in this boardroom. Any questions? Any comments? I call this meeting to end at 7:11 p.m.